Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of John's Crypto Therapy. Thank you guys for joining me in today's episode. We are going to talk more about these amazing comic book drops. Today, the X-Men was fantastic. I'm looking forward for the next Marvel drop. And the X-Men, I really do want to talk about this because this one hit home run for me, especially because this is something sentimental. When you're a kid, everybody knows who X-Men is, going home from school, watching X-Men or even watching X-Men before you go to school. It was such a great family thing to have, especially when you have brothers and sisters that you guys were all together watching this amazing show and you guys all believe that you had some kind of special ability, right? So this one is super special. So if you guys do like the X-Men drop and you did get something rare or something really good, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, okay? Also guys, I do want to give you a heads up to all those that can't afford these type of drops. Please do not hesitate. I do recommend, if you cannot afford this, go into the secondary market. There are so much commons that are selling for $3 to almost $6, okay? And $6 is the price of getting them. So if you cannot afford the 6, don't worry about it. Go for the $3 or the $4, guys, and you are saving a little and you will have a piece of Ecomi memory, okay? And when we're looking into the fact of memories, I just wanted to say something really special here. I got something really special in this amazing drop. I was ecstatic knowing that, I got a chance to purchase five of this amazing covers, and I was really ecstatic, guys. When I say ecstatic, guys, I went into the VV app after. I know it takes a long time to process the transactions before you guys get your NFTs, so that is a little problem, but over time I think they're gonna fix that with a better engine or a better resolution for that problem itself, okay? But in general, for the 5 that I did get, pause the video, go down in the comments below and actually type exactly what you think I got out of this comic selection, okay? I did get 5s. Yes, there was some doubles and triples. So what do you guys think I got excited, and what do you think I got? So I would love to know your opinion. Let's see who could get the best guess ever, and let's talk about this, okay? Other than that, I do want you guys to drop down below what you guys got, because I would love to know exactly what you guys got, okay? Also in my comments below, I did get this question. If you had to pick one secret rare is the ending one. See, this one's just Deadpool alone. This one is X-Men, all the characters involved, and then you got Marvel, you got maybe 5 or 6 characters there with Captain America. See, the ones that I would personally go for, yes, Marvel did play a great part in everyone's childhood, but X-Men for me hits the home run. So I would say the secret rare that I would personally look after, the X-Men itself. So I am looking for a purchase in the secondary market. I am going to try to find an X-Men that has a good addition, especially with the average price. I think the average price is going for $900, 900 to 1,000. So guys, I am looking for that range. I'm looking for a lower edition, so I'm going to go and scoop this up, and I can't wait to add this to my collection. So this is going to be pretty dope. So as a hint, of course, you guys noticed I did not get the secret rare, but in this amazing drop, when I went back and checked my account, I did get 3 ultra rares, guys. I got 3 ultra rares. I was super ecstatic. I never would have believed that it was possible to get 3 ultra rares. Magneto, this cover was really cool. I love Magneto, and he's one of those characters that is a villain, but he has a lot of meaning behind him. Super powerful, and everybody knows him, right? So this was really cool. 3 of them, and I was so happy. One of them was an average mint, close to the thousands. So I would say that was such a great catch. I did get 1 uncommon and a rare. So those are the structures that I did get. Of course, I went to the secondary market, guys, and I did get myself a common because guess what? It is very cheap to get, and I got one for like almost $3, guys. So this was nothing, and I am looking for a secret rare. This will be my first time finishing this comic book collection, and I can't wait. I know you're not gonna get no rewards or anything. I know they talk about a ribbon when it comes to comic books, and it's vice versa. So for ribbons, it's for comic books. For the NFT, it's a different thing. For that, you will get a completion reward or something like that when it comes to master levels and all of that in the near future. So we just gotta wait and see how the master collector will work. I thought about a cool idea as well. I wanted to pass it by you guys to see if you guys would say this is a cool idea or this cannot really work, especially when it comes to VV and Ecomi, okay? This is what I was saying. So a lot of people are talking about the master collectors, right? The master collector is going to be a big part, but if people can't afford to finish their set, is there a way that instead that, you know, as well, you could stake your token. I get that. You could stake your Ecomi token and you will get this master collector level. But is there a way maybe we could stake NFTs as well? So when I say that, let me explain this to you guys, okay? So when I'm saying stake NFTs, let's just say I have 5 of Captain America and I put up the 4 up on this NFT staking option. So if someone else needs that Captain America to finish their set, they will rent that from me, or they'll buy it from me for a little while. They'll buy it from me for a week or a month, and this is how it will work. So they'll go into the app, they will buy it or rent it for that week or that month, guys. When they do, they will finish their collection. So there is a way that when they finish their collection, because they're in the master collector program and they have a finished collection for that week they rented out that Captain America, they will get extra bonuses. Yes, they will pay a little percentage to the person they got the NFT from. Because they finished that collectible set for that week or use it for that week, they will get an extra percentage for that week. So an extra bonus or extra holding bonus or something like that. See, that's what I'm trying to say. The reasons why I'm going this route is because a lot of people are overpricing a lot of stuff. And to a lot of people, this is unfortunate because they do not have the funds and the structure to buy these certain things. So once again, if I do not have Captain America and someone could stake a Captain America and I could rent it out for maybe 10% of whatever my master collector price is, or for that week that I'm renting them out or that set, I'll give them 10%. So then at the end of the day, I'm still making more with the master collector, even though I'm paying that person 10%. So this gives a lot of people that do have doubles and a lot of triples to make some money as well. So this is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make it into an ecosystem where everyone can make money, and that's the way I'm trying to play it out, and hopefully we can see something like that. Let me know if you guys like that idea. It will help a lot of people that can't afford it, but also it will help a ton of people that want to finish a set. And this is so cool because you can rent it out. It's like renting an NFT in the long term. And remember, guys, imagine in the VVverse you are going to be able to buy land, and when you buy land, you're gonna have your own stuff. So if you want to finish a collection, it's like you're going to your best friend saying, hey, look, can I have that picture frame for a week because I'm getting a lot of people coming over for this event. Imagine Ecomi will do events in different people's VVverse sections like your houses, and when they do that, they want to decorate the best they can. So in order for them to do so, instead of buying it off of the secondary market and, you know, paying a high premium, they can actually rent it off of someone as a staking pool. So if someone stakes out, you know, some crazy art, all you have to go and take it, tell them how much you're renting it for, maybe a week, and once you do rent it for a week, whatever price that you have set, you will set that fee and you'll pay it off slowly. So guys, I think this is a cool little idea. Let me know in the comments below if you guys like this idea. The way I like to think outside the box. That's how I am. I'm a visionary. I love new creative ideas. So if you guys have any crazy idea, I will love to know. I will even pin it to the top of my comments, and I will let the whole community judge upon that and see exactly where your mindset is and how you're going to try to make Ecomi even better than what it is. Okay, so if you guys are going to be creative and willing to do so, I would love to hear what your opinions are. I can't wait for that. If you guys are brave enough to comment that, let me know and let's talk about it. This is going to be pretty cool. So this one is my favorite so far. I do like the X-Men, and I love the variant covers. I really do, especially when you have different covers. Everything has different values, and you know, it gives you more of a feeling to collect it all instead of just collecting one that is common, uncommon, rare, that is the same art, just different colors. I wouldn't really want to collect that long term. I get it, it still has value and it's totally fine, but for me, what has more value in that sentiment of art is having different variant covers and knowing that one is common, one's rare, and it's so cool. So if you guys do like X-Men the way I do, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And today we are going to look at the Marvel's first drop, and even this covers looks amazing, guys. Look at this. Each one is different. I know in the comments below someone did comment saying, you know what, it is the white and black that is the common one, so that's totally fine for the first ones. So I do get that, but I don't know why they did it like that. If you guys do know that as well, I would love to know in the comments below. So for this one is pretty dope. You know what, I really don't care what I get here. I want a common, I want an uncommon, rare, ultra rare, even secret rare, guys. I never pulled a secret rare yet. So if this is going to be the final piece towards my amazing comic book collection throughout this week and last week, I would love to see a secret rare this week. So I can't wait. If I could get the secret rare, guys, I am going to make sure I enjoy my weekend, go out for a nice barbecue on the beach and have a great time. So let's see if my luck is in for today. Hopefully you guys get some great lucks. I wish you nothing but the best. Make sure you guys have your clicking fingers and do your captchas, and make sure you guys can get a pair. Remember, to those that can't afford it, please do not worry. Go to the secondary market, try to grab yourself a comment, and it's totally fine. Okay guys, I do see the price of this increasing over time, so guys, don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared that you can't afford this. There is going to be better drops coming in the near future. I only see Ecomi scaling and going up in price over time, okay? So this is my little rant for this amazing comic book drops. If you guys do like that, please make sure to like this video. I am going to switch to the Ecomi charts. Let's get into it. This is going to be really priceless, super juicy, so let's dive in, guys. Let's get it. Alright guys, let's get started on this amazing Ecomi chart. We are going to do some naked trading. Also, we are going to do some, indicator trading, just so you guys understand where the moves are happening, okay? This is very easy to see, guys, and hopefully you guys are learning as much as you guys can. I really do appreciate everyone that does take pictures of this type of work, also has a notebook, writes things down, and is really prepared. Remember, in order to be successful in this type of market, you must have structure, guys. If you have structure and you understand structure, you will make a ton of money, guys. And remember, anything is possible. So whatever your dreams are, whatever your vision is, please do not stop. Keep going. You will reach your goals, okay? Once you give up, you will never reach it because someone else will obtain those for you. So you do not want that to happen. You want to be the first one to do so. Make sure you wake up every single day hungry to learn as much as you can. So guys, we're gonna dive right in and we're gonna see how this market is playing out. So guys, look at this beautiful move, guys. We have this beautiful symmetrical triangle, and we understood that it's making lower highs and higher lows, and it's going towards the apex level. All we were looking for very carefully was a breakout of this beautiful triangle shape. So we had this move to the downside. We drew this trend line. We seen a break to the upside. This was perfect. Why? It retested on this beautiful trend line. So why did we take that buy? Because a break of structure showing us, this was leaving us a lot of clues. So when we took that trade around 0.0027, we knew that the market sentiment was going to go up, especially when we were looking at the daily pivot zones and reaching new highs. Okay guys, so we understood that the market was going higher. All right, so this is why this trend line is not valid no more, because we already used it. We used it on our breakout strategy. We knew it was a channel formation, and we used as much as we can. We took profits, we sold, we bought, and we did everything that we needed to do. So now we understand that the market was doing something really special. So guys, I really want you guys to pay attention to this, because this is what that can help you become a better trader. That 1% that can change your mindset to be a better trader. So if you guys do like that, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so guys, we're looking for this amazing move. Okay, so right here, exactly at this place of structure, when we look at this right here, we seen that the market was doing something really special. We had a rejection right here. When we look left, we had a lot of zones that was showing us that this is a rejection zone, so showing us that the fundamental candlesticks, it was pushing to the downside. Okay guys, we did have that initial breakout. Yes, we had a close of candle. Yes, because we had that close of candle, we have this beautiful candle, but this candle was showing us more that it was a selling pressure. It wasn't a buying pressure. Okay guys, so once again, I'm gonna draw this out for you and let's see how you guys take this. Okay, so if we had a candle like this, so when we have a move like this, guys, you see how the wick is on top, showing us that the pressure is actually pushing more to the downside. So that's what it was happening right here, right? Even though we had a breakout of structure, a lot of people would have looked to buy this position. Yes, you would have made a little money, especially when you would have took profits. Absolutely. If you did not take profits, you would have been in a drawdown. And that drawdown is totally fine if you understand that the market was going to reverse and it's going to continue to upside, especially when you have a lot of capitals and you are managing your trades. You're not going over leverage. You're using the right amount for every trade that you're taking, especially with your account size. If you guys can calculate that, then that's totally fine. You can let the trade go if you believe it's going to go up, and place a deeper stop loss and then let the markets ride up. Okay, but we do not do that. We do not like to get into a position right after a breakout strategy. We will want to see a retest of structure. A retest of structure shows us many things. It shows us buying force, but also selling force, and where the market is trying to go off of key levels. Okay, so now if we had a candle like this, guys, and I'm gonna draw this as much as I can like that, and we had the wick on the bottom just like that. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. If we had a wick on the bottom right here, then it will show us something else. It will show us that, the market went back down in, so it went all the way back into the triangle, but because the push was naturally going up and it closed above the structure, showing us the wick rejection, then we could have looked for a second entry or another entry right off of the break of a next candle. Because we had this formation, we knew that we had a deep selling pressure, and this is what happens. It went all the way back down. And to a lot of traders, this is what makes you guys lose a ton of money. So because the market went all the way back down, a lot of traders would say to themselves, okay, it wasn't a buy, so I'm gonna enter a sell. They would try to enter a sell right here. But why it is crucial that you did not, because if you look left, there's so much structure showing us there's resistance and support. And because there's resistance and support, this is actually a buying opportunity to look for another trade to the upside. And if you guys were hesitant and you did not want to buy, you would wait this trade off, okay? The price went up. Look at this very carefully, guys. It went up, rejected exactly there, and the price kept going down. But the key issue here, it did close as green candles. If we do see red candles, we will see more of a selling pressure because the close of that candle is red. That is bearish. The close of these candles are green, showing us that, you know what, this sentiment still has bullish momentum. Okay, guys, so I want to zoom this in for you. So because we have this closing as green, we have this bullish sentiment. Even though you guys don't see this push to the upside still showed us, guys, that there was still bullish momentum still pushing to the upside. So even though it got rejected and closed, remember, it's still a green candle. Still the push to the upside still showed us that, you know what, price can absolutely go up, okay? So this was a great idea for you guys to understand. So once we seen a break of structure, all right, we knew that we wanted to get in off of another break of structure. We knew that, you know what, this market was great. It did what it did. It went back in. If we got into a trade and you wanted to hold a trade, that's totally fine. But if you guys wanted to re-enter this trade, something valid needs to happen. And when we say something valid, guys, you need to look at structure. So look at all of this retest of structure right here. Look right there. We have a retest of structure right here. And a lot of people will get faked out and say, you know what, where is the price really going? Remember, guys, our pivot zones are around here. I'm going to go to the naked chart to show you guys more of the pivot zone. This one is more of the fundamentals on where the trades are going to go, okay? So now we're going to take away these lines right here. Let me do this as well, okay? If you guys did not notice, there was an entry right in front of our face, and hopefully you guys spotted it, but I am going to draw it in for you guys so you guys could see the bigger picture, okay? So right here, guys, look carefully right here, okay? We have these candlestick formation. All right, so we had a retest of structure, but closing in a red candle with a huge wick rejection, showing us, you know what, the price sentiment, there is a great possibility of it to go to the downside. All right, we still had a price prediction that the price can absolutely go to downside. Even though it crossed the natural pivot zone, we are still bullish. That's why even when it goes down, even if you got into a sell position and you took profits, you can re-enter for a structural trade off of this retest level right here at 0.0028 level, okay? And if you did not get into that trade, that's totally fine because that's more advanced. What I recommend to a lot of new traders is very simple. We need to see a retest of structure. So look at this very carefully, guys. We see price actually going above structure, okay? And when it goes above structure, we can see something very special. We had a close above structure. Once we had a close above structure, what you would typically do is the next candle after this candle closes above structure, you do not want to get into it right away. Reasons why: if you get into this candle right away, it will close with a big wick, and if it does do that, guys, you will be deceived, and we can see price actually going back down, closing on the bottom quarter. And if that's the case, we're still seeing momentum to the downside. All right, because we had a push to the upside, we had another candle we would look to buy. Reasons why: we had a close above structure. So this structural zone was closed before, and if you guys did get into the second trade right after this close, guess what, guys, you would have made a ton of money right here, guys. After this close, you would have got into this candle. Look at the money you would have made. You would have made a ton of money. But the problem is, where do you take your take profit? If you guys don't know where to take your take profits, you will lose a ton of money. So this is why management comes into key placements. Okay, guys, you need to know where structure is going to give us take profit zones and try to trail your trades. Okay, trailing stops, stop loss is very important. Please do not trade without that in case the trade goes against you, okay guys? So remember that. So right here we have structure going all the way to the upside, and we see a break of structure, okay? Hopefully you guys do see this. We have this beautiful break of structure, and when we see this break of structure, all you need to do is very simple. You could have entered in the second candle, okay guys? You could have entered on the second candle. If you guys were hesitant and you wanted to see a pullback, this is what I'm talking about when I say a retest of structure, guys. Look at this very carefully. Do you see how the wick is being respected? This is the key word, respected off of this level right here. Not once, twice, and not twice, guys, 3 times. We see respect off of this trend line. We have 3 candles right here rejecting off of this trend line, showing us so much confluence. And if confluence is not the key and respect is not the key, guys, you're not going to learn how to trade. Remember, respecting a zone, having confluence throughout the zone is going to make you a better trader. All right, so right here, guys, we have this beautiful move right here showing us each time that the market is going to go higher. What you guys could have done very special is this as well. To keep your losses very short, if you guys wanted to, you could have put a limit order exactly at the top of this breakout right here, exactly at 0.0029. Reasons why: this was the prior high. So if the next candle cannot even go above this high, right, we're not going to be bullish at all. Right? Because in order to be bullish, we want to see it continuously going up. So if it cannot break this high and it holds underneath, we can have a flip over and you just avoided a losing trade. And this gives us so much confluence, guys. So right here, if I take this and I draw it to the top and I go across the chart, look at this very carefully, guys. This resistance now became support. All right, and this support is very, very crucial. So the other thing you guys do have to watch out for, and this is a tricky trade. Normally what I would have done is already taken my take profits. Reasons why: I already looked at the all-time highs for this move, already took it out, and look at this wick rejection, guys. It is more bearish than bullish, finishing off with a doji sentiment, okay guys? And that sentiment normally typically means we could see a little minor pullback, or we could see it going back into the trend, okay? That does not mean that the market cannot go up. We need to see how this candle closes, guys. If it closes maybe a little bit more to the upside, we can still be bullish. But right now, if you are in your trade, that's totally fine, guys. We did aim for exactly 0.0030 and we have reached that goal. So typically what you guys want to do with this type of trade is very, very simple. So if you guys want to be safe, I'm going to tell you how to be a safe trader and how to look at this trade in a safe manner, okay? So what we could do is get this line right here, put it at the close of this candle right here. So you can see right here, we had a lot of resistance showing us that sentiment was going to the lower side. But if you guys look very carefully, the market sentiment is doing something very, very special. It is going higher. And because it's going higher, let's draw this trend line and let's do it like this, okay guys? So what we could do is something very special. If we see a breakout of this trend line, then we're gonna look to sell the market once it breaks the structure, retests of structure. And if you guys wanna be safe, wait until the break of this structure, right? Then a retest of this structure, and we're gonna look for the bottom of the symmetrical pendant shaped triangle, okay? That's where we're gonna look for a take profit if we're selling that market. But we need to see a breakout of this trend line and the beautiful symmetrical triangle as well. So if it cannot do that and we see this trend line holding the value of this trade, we will see a push to upside. But a push to upside does not mean get into a position here. Absolutely not. What we need to do now, very carefully, guys, look at this high right here at 0.003029. We need to see a break of structure. So what I mean a break of structure, we need to see a candlestick closed above this structure. So what I want to see is a candlestick going to the upside, closing above this previous structure. If we see a close above this previous structure, then we will look to buy this market and let the market dictate where it's going to go. If we're doing this, we need to make sure we have a clear stop loss at a great zone. Remember, you do not want to get stopped out. You want to put it at a good level that risk to reward is a great factor. Okay guys, so now I am going to switch to charts, and this is the Ecomi chart, but this is just going to be a little bit naked trading. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be doing exactly as a trader. So let's get into that. So guys, when we're looking at this chart right here, we can clearly see something really special is happening, okay? So let's do this very carefully. I want to show you guys this as well, so to give you guys confidence, because this is exactly how I see the charts. It is naked, there's no indicators. I am going to be talking about some certain indicators today to help you guys improve your trading. So if you guys are staying this far, I appreciate every single one of you guys. It's not more for me, guys. This is more for you to educate yourself, to be the better version of yourself. Starts with actually taking the first step. So you guys are doing the right thing. Thank you guys for taking the first step. If you guys want to pause this video, go get yourself some snacks, come back with a refreshed mind. Take some breaks, guys. Take 5 minutes off, 10 minutes off, come back, watch the video again, and go from the parts that you guys need to continue from, okay? So please do not rush this. This is more educational. I want to make sure you guys get all the education you guys deserve, okay? You guys are truly the best. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. All right, guys, let's get started into this, okay? So let's look at this very carefully. So right here, we do have this naked chart. We're gonna get this trend line and let's connect this, okay? So let's see exactly what makes sense to connect, okay? So clearly, of course, if we connect it like this, we see a breakout of structure, okay? If we connect it like this, we see a breakout of structure on the right-hand side. If we do it like this, we're barely getting any touches. So it's not really a confirmation trend. So what I would like to do personally, if you guys do want to trade like a real trader, work with your trend lines. Sometimes your trend lines can help. Sometimes you got to just dictate where the price is better set off. So if you guys think this trend line is better to trade, look very carefully. You know what? That looks like a little bit more better of a trend line, right? Because we have more touches showing us, this is more valid. And to a lot of traders, they will be a little skeptical because, the way they trade is very different. When we look at the bigger picture, we do see a huge dump, a corrective move to the upside, and then another corrective move to the downside for an impulse to the upside, guys. We want to trade this to the upside because we are bullish about Ecomi, but being bullish does not mean that the market sentiment cannot go lower, okay? So when we look at this very carefully, guys, let's do this right here, okay? I'm gonna take this line right here and let's put it like this, and let's make it a little bit thicker because I want to show you guys what I see, okay? I'm gonna do this, okay, guys? Let's put this right here. So did this market right here break the previous high? Absolutely not. So we need to continue with the trend. So the trend is continuing to the downside. So right here, guys, when we see the close of this market, it's over here. Did this close above this beautiful structure? No, it did not. So that means we could continue going lower, and this would be the next high, right? The lower high. So did this market break the previous high? No, it did not. So that means, guess what? We need to continue going lower, and we have this beautiful trend showing us that is making lower highs. So let's go here. Did this break the previous high? No, it did not. So that means we need to go even lower. So let's go right here. Okay, so let's zoom this in as well, guys. I want you guys to see this bigger picture. So when we're looking at this line right here, did this line, so let's put it to the body right there, did this move break this previous high? No, it did not. So that means, guess what, guys? We're still in a downward / upwards range. We're still waiting for a breakout. So if you guys see why I'm saying that, is because each time it's making lower highs. The peaks are actually getting lower. In order for this to actually be broken, we need to see structure being broken. And in order for structure to be broken, we need one of these moves to actually close above structure. And if we can have that, once we have a close above structure, that will identify all these bullish investors, bullish traders, bullish market makers to understand, what price is actually going to go up. And do we get into a trade off of the first breakout? Absolutely not. We need to see price going up, retesting a previous structure, coming back down, and guess what? Coming really close to the back end of this support and resistance zone. Once it comes, that is the identification for us to start trading bullish, right? So for a lot of traders that are wondering, what do you do to this market right now? Right now, it's a no holds bar. What you need to do is wait for the markets to decide where the trade is going to go. So for a lot of traders that want to trade real smart, wait for a breakout of this beautiful zone exactly around 0.003. Okay, guys, wait for that breakout of structure, closing above structure, retest of structure. That's the only time we're looking to be more bullish than we are right now. Okay, and remember, guys, this is doing something very special. I do want to show you this as well. Okay, this is how to become a better trader. So it is also making higher lows. Okay, guys, right here the market went lower, but guess what happened, guys? Look, the market actually closed above the previous low. And right here, guys, look carefully. What did it do again? Closed above previous lows. And once again, what did it do, guys? right here, closed above previous lows. Okay, so if the market does continue to the downside and breaks this beautiful structural zone at 0.0028, we're looking for price to continue to the downside. What we need to do very carefully is very simple. We need to see a breakout of this beautiful structure, a close above structure. So when I say a close, guys, you know how this goes. We want to see price going above it, closing on the other side, not the inside, guys, the other side. Once it closes like that, we want to see a retest of structure. So once the price goes up, we want to see a retest of structure. Then we're looking more into the bearish side and we're looking to sell the market. Okay, guys, hopefully this does make sense to you guys and you understand principles about trading. Okay, but right now it is making higher lows and it's finding ways going above structure. So if you guys really want to know how to trade this, make sure you guys draw your trend lines and understand exactly where price is trying to go. So let's put the daily pivot as well, okay guys, and I want to show you what it is doing. So right here you can already see R2 already close to being hit. If not, a lot of people are already taking their profits. We had a beautiful retest of structure, and this structure, when you look left, there was a lot of key levels to show us that this is a good isolated move. Once it broke above R1, look at this very carefully, guys, and you see this beautiful push to upside, and we have rejection. Once we have rejection right on the outside, the top side of R1, we are bullish to R2. This is why we took that trade. Remember what I'm telling you guys. Yes, it is bullish and it could go to R2, but sometimes it will stop just inches before. So please make sure to be curious about that. Take your take profits and be safe. Be a safe trader, okay guys? That's the main principle, okay? So once again, guys, we do not see a breakout of this beautiful zone 0.0038 because we do not see a close of structure. Because of that, we do want to talk about the bearish side as well. So bearish side right here, look at this very carefully, guys. Everything is meeting up perfectly fine, okay? So let's go like this. Let's do this. And you know what? Let's go like that. Yes, there is candlesticks going above structure, going below it, and it's totally fine, guys. It's the way you draw it. Remember, guys, these trend lines that we do draw are not just trend lines. Remember them as zones. So when we're looking at a zone, we're looking at this whole volume, this whole move. So when I say a zone, guys, look at this very carefully. It will be like this, okay? So a zone is like that. So when I say zone, guys, this is exactly what a zone will look like. So if you guys get the picture, let me show you exactly what I mean. So right here, when we look at the move right here, we're gonna see price going like this, and whatever is in here, guys, in here is a zone. We're looking to buy any move that comes around this zone. So because this is a zone, and you guys now understand that this is a zone, not just a trend line, guys. Don't think about it as a trend line. Anything that bounces in here is a zone. So we see a touch on the outer zone and the touch in the inner zone, and you know what, it goes lower, and we're looking for buy position. Once we're ready to see a breakout of structure, we need to see this trend line getting broken, but not just that. A trend line is solid. I totally understand. If you guys do like trading trend lines, take that trade off of that trend line. But if you guys are more curious of a supportive trader and want to take away risk from your trades, wait for a breakout of trend line. Also wait for a break of support and resistance of the previous higher low that was already made. Vice versa, wait for a break of trend line, which we already had on the other chart we were talking about. It did not break the previous structure of 0.0030. We did not have a close above structure. Because we did not have a close above structure, we weren't really looking to be more bullish than ever. Yes, we did have retest. We could have had that retest. We were looking for R2 for take profit. Other than that, now we're looking for a safe way to see if a reversal is going to happen. All right, guys, hopefully this does help and it makes you understand the bigger picture, guys. This is very important, the bigger picture. Yes, you guys could put the trend line up here, but when you're looking at a trend line like this, you're gonna put it a little bit closer and then you're gonna think this is the breakout. And that's why a lot of people, the way you guys draw your trend line is very special to every single one of you guys. So do not just listen to me how I draw my trend line. You guys could draw it whatever way you guys wanna draw it, and that makes sense to you, okay? So clearly, I don't think of a breakout of structure yet, but when we look at the other chart, it does look like a break of structure. Reasons why, when we looked at this is why we looked at it as a break of structure. I'm going to show you as well. All right, so when we seen the price was right here, we seen that the price was falling rapidly. And when we see price rapidly falling, we seen that, you know what, maybe this was already a breakout of structure. So we did it right here. And look at this, all of these touches showed us that, you know what, each time it touched, we sold the market. Once it found support, guess what, it broke the previous structure of this trend line. So guess what, this trend line was invalid, okay? So this move, we could take it away from position. So now all we see is exactly this move, guys. If you guys look carefully, this is the move that we see. So I'm going to bring it back into the focal point. And because this is the move that we see, now we need to focus on this move. So a lot of people would have drawn the trend line like this, touching the body. And when we touch the body, we can see this as a retest of structure. That is an okay way to draw it. But guys, if you guys did use that as a breakout and retest of structure, you would have made a ton of money. Don't get me wrong, absolutely. But if you really want to be specific, you want to make sure it is above this previous structure right here, but also touching the body of this structure. So the reasons why we're saying that is because this structure right now at this move did not break the previous lower high. Because it did not break the previous lower high, it still has a move saying, you know what, there is still selling pressure. So if we have selling pressure, the market can still go sideways into the middle and go down and break down, or actually go back up and break up. So guys, don't be fooled about simple breakouts. Make sure it makes sense. And look at this, it goes lower highs right here, and it just continues to go lower highs until we see a breakout of the candle above the previous high. And if we do not get that, we need to continue with the trend and just isolate that. Look very carefully. And when we're looking at Ecomi itself and Ecomi, a lot of people are just been stagnated. A lot of people are just wondering where the token's gonna go. A lot of people are just holding back because they want to see VV-verse, they want to see Master Collector, they want to see a lot of things before price goes. What other way for the market to do so other than be stalemate? Make a pattern that's just gonna retrace and stall the market for a period of time, not showing us any buying opportunity or even selling opportunity. And because of that, we're just ranging. And if we're ranging, that just gives a lot of time for other holders to go into different coins and come back and wait for a breakout, then buy the breakout, because that breakout is going to be huge. It is going to be a huge move. So a lot of people did say, is this a bull flag pattern? You know what? It could have been a bull flag pattern. If it was a bullish pattern, we would have seen a breakout already. And right now it's just prolonging its existence for a breakout. So guys, right now, be cautious. Wait for a breakout of structure before you enter the market. So this is my best key that I can say. A lot of traders do fail because of this one thing. They're impatient. They're not patient at all. Be patient. Be a patient trader. Wait for your setup to come. Don't say, you know what, I have 3 out of my 4 setups. I'm just going to get into it because, you know, I don't want to risk that opportunity. Don't be like that. Be the person that has all of his criterias, all 4 criterias before you enter the market. If you have all 4 criterias, if you do lose that trade at the end of the day, you know that this trade was a good probability it was going to go your way. And if it doesn't, that's totally fine, because sometimes market happens. Like life happens. Okay, guys, don't be afraid of that. Okay, what I want to talk to you guys about today is a special indicator. I just want to shoot it out for you guys because you might like this as well. It is called the MACD. A lot of people do trade with the MACD as well. Okay, so let's zoom into this right here and let's talk about the MACD. Okay, guys. When we look at the MACD right here, we've seen that there was a retest of structure. The MACD is a lagging indicator, guys. Do not follow it just alone. Look at price action. Look at what the market is going to do, okay? So right here, we see a pullback. And you know what? We had a nice touch of support and resistance zone. So if you guys did want to enter the market exactly at 0.0028, look carefully at the MACD. Look, the market sentiment is showing us that the market is still going up because we did not see a crossover of the MACD. So whenever we see a crossover of this beautiful MACD, that's when we sell. So once you see a crossover right here, look very carefully. This is where you would have sold, but the problem is you would have had a minor pullback, then the market would have came your way. And even though the market came your way, that doesn't matter. If you have the right leverage, you would have got into that trade. You would have made a ton of money. So guys, be careful using a MACD because it is very patient to understand how the trades are going to happen. Okay, guys. So right here, we have this beautiful reversal right here. This would have been a great trade. Why? We were at the very low of this beautiful symmetrical triangle showing us left there was structure, and guess what? The MACD crossover and the volume on the MACD was going up. If you guys look very carefully on this MACD, I want to show you as well that the MACD pressure is going lower. So if you guys can see this right here, we do see that the price, the volume of the MACD is going lower. So because it is going lower, you know, it's showing us that maybe we can see a crossover. And if we see a crossover, the spikes are actually going to go onto the bottom. And if the spikes go on to the bottom, it's just showing that, you know what, the pressure, the sell is slowly going to happen. So if you do get a crossover, be careful. We will see the markets going back lower. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see markets going back lower, guys, because if you look at this wick rejection, the previous rejection, all right, and another rejection, and it did not close above, and the MACD does have a crossover, and we see the patterns of the movement going lower, we can actually see price going back lower. Please do not be afraid. Once we see a break of structure and we have that beautiful formation, that's when we're going to take a trade to the upside. So right now, be cautious, understand what the market's going to do. Remember, trend lines are just zones in a small fashion line. Also, the MACD is a great indicator. All you have to do, wait for the MACD to cross, see if the market is at a support and resistance zone, take a trade off of the candlestick rejection. Look for a lot of wick rejection, guys. Wicks, I want to see a lot of wicks at a support and resistance zone. Once we see a lot of wicks, a crossing of the MACD, volumes going lower, then we're looking to sell. Vice versa, if we see a crossing and we're at a level that gives us a lot of support and resistance, and we see a crossover and the volume is actually increasing on the MACD, guys, we're looking to get into a buy position, a breakout of a previous high of a candle. Okay, guys, also we need to see a close of a candle. We need to see a lot of wick rejections, and please do not be afraid to take these type of trades. Put your stop loss on the bottom or another structure that's close by that gives you a good ratio for your 1 to 3 or 1 to 2. Hopefully this helps. I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys. I'm trying to go, you know, a little bit fast, a little bit slow, because, you know, I need to try to get as much people educated as I can. I know I have advanced traders, so I do want to go a little bit faster. I also want to take my time and help all the new traders as well. So this is the best I can do. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these type of videos, and this is really educational, really informative. And trust me when I say I've made a ton of money, guys. I'm not here to just tell you guys personally, look, I'm better than you or anything like that. No, this is me trying to help those people that are motivated by money. You know, there is a lot of people like that in this world. If you're motivated by money, I want to tell you there is a lot of ways to do this. But if you're motivated by success, this is another way to show you that, you know, your fruits of your labor is money at the end of the day, because this world is run by money at a certain point. So if you guys have that freedom of having whatever you want to do and have that money, have that luxurious life, it is possible. So please do not give up on yourself, guys. I'm telling you personally, I'm not saying learn from me only. I truly don't want to go that route. I want to be humble as I can. I do not believe just learning from one person. Learn from as much people as you guys can, because you will find your own trading style. All right, if I can help you with that, I will be grateful to say stay and learn. But if I cannot do that for you guys, I do not want to hold you guys back from your potential of success. So if you guys do find that somewhere else, nothing but the best in your trading career. And I can't wait to see you guys make a ton of money and live the lifestyle that you deserve. Okay, so that's my positive chat. That's my positive motivation. I look at myself every single day. I read a motivational quote every single day, because you know what, at the end of the day, be motivated from within. Okay, guys, everything starts from you at the end of the day, so never give up. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the BTC charts, and let's look at that. We are going to go a little bit quicker on that because I do have a meeting and I want to get this out as much as I can before time runs out. So let's get into that chart. All right, guys, welcome back. This is the BTC chart, and look very carefully. We have beautiful structural point. So when we look at the Ecomi chart, we were looking at a symmetrical triangle showing us that the apex was going to be met. Higher lows and lower highs going to the middle, trying to look for a breakout strategy. Right here, we clearly understand we have a trend, guys. We have a trend right in front of our face. So because we have a trend, we already understood that if we sell, there's a better chance we are going to lose money than we buy. If we buy, we're going with the trend and we're gonna make more money over time. Okay, guys, right here, guys, we do have higher lows, and right here we did have a little fake up, but that's totally fine. The market still kept going up, and because it kept going up, we were looking to be more bullish than anything. So once you see the market right here, let's do this real quick. Okay, so we want to see a breakout of this beautiful trend line right here, and we just want to see exactly what the market is going to do. This is simple trading, guys. This is simple trading. So exactly the market right here, let me draw for you as well. So what you would do is you would draw a trend line like that, and you want to connect all the previous highs right here. Okay, and when you connect that, when you see a breakout retest of structure, you enter a trade. If you're looking for the pivot, wait for a retest of the pivot zone. Look at this candle coming back down. That would be your entry target, and you're looking for R1 and R2 or the back end of this trend line. But now right here, we're at this move and it's going lower. This is a great position. I did get into an entry around the pivot zone. Reasons why it's showing me a lot of great sentiment on the 15-minute. We have a lot of wick rejections. Looking left, there's a great structure, right? Guys, look very carefully. The market went down, pulled all the way back up and came back down, found previous structure, and that structure became support. Yes, we did have a close below it, but that's totally fine. Now I am looking to maybe take my profits or take half of my take profits and let the other profits run. All right, this is very crucial because we could see a wick rejection, and that wick rejection can push us all the way back down. And if that does happen, that's totally fine. But if it does break this beautiful trend line, guys, and it does close above this zone at 49,232, and we see a retest of structure above this beautiful zone, we're going to be bullish until R1 or this trend line. Okay, guys, so that's the simple trading method because we want to be more bullish than bearish in Bitcoin. So once we see a retest of structure, guys, let me draw this out for you as well. So once we see a retest of structure right here, guys, once we see that minor pullback, we see a move to the upside. And that move to the upside is going to show us, you know what, we're going to break our previous highs. And because we're going to break our previous highs, the market is still trending to the upside. Yes, if it still goes lower, it's still considered going to the upside. Reasons why: this low that it's going to make is not lower than the previous low, thus showing us that the sentiment is still trying to push up. Remember, we have this expanding wedge slash channel formation. So over time, it's just going to go above structure and it's going to go bigger and wider. That means we could be more volatile. We can see huge price move to the upside, but also, like I'm telling you guys, we can see price going back down. And if it does, this is the holy zone. This is a great price action level to buy more BTC if you're missing out on that opportunity. So because we want to be safe, we want to see a breakout of this trend line, also this beautiful zone for us to continue a trade to the upside to this trend line. If we do not see that and this trend line holds, guys, we are going to see price actually going back down to the bottom of this trend line. But do not worry, even if the price goes down there, that is the opportunity for us to buy. Simple as it is, we're still bullish. Okay, so the last thing I do want to show you guys, if you put the Ichimoku, this is why the Ichimoku is very, very important. So when we look at the Ichimoku, guys, remember this is a support and resistance zone. These clouds are considered support and resistance zone. And when we look at that support and resistance zone right here, we had a beautiful supportive zone right here. This is a green cloud showing us that the price and the pressure was trying to go above, going up. And because of that, we had a wick rejection right here, breaking above pivot zone, breaking above the previous support and resistance structure, and the market went up. I wouldn't be surprised if the market comes back down a little bit lower, finds another double bottom situation, then breaks up the previous high, and then we can see this trend line being hit. But if it does go lower and it does not make a red cloud, don't be afraid, because right now we're just having a minor pull to the downside for us to buy at these levels for the market to be pushed back up. That's the simple way of trading this beautiful coin. Okay, so one last thing, I do want to look at the MACD for a lot of people that are understanding how to trade the MACD. We have this beautiful crossing at this level, you know, right below the R1. And because of that, we already knew that, you know what, we were hunting for sells. We understood that this trend line, we were looking for sells, right? We understood that this channel was looking for sells and we needed to dictate where the market was going to go. So if we did not get into that sell, that's totally fine. We look in for a pullback. This pullback, look left, had structure. We would look to sell that market from there. So initially, you would not have gone into this trade. You would have looked for a sell here once we had this pullback and it could not break structure. You would look to buy at this level, but when we look at this beautiful chart showing us the demonstration that the market is moving lower, we wouldn't be really looking to buy. But if there was a pulse and you did buy, you would have got 1% in your account, and that 1% is a lot of money if you're trading with a high amount of money. But because we're not doing that and we have 3 touches now, guys, we're waiting for a breakout of this beautiful trend line. Once we see a breakout and a breakout out of this zone at 49,258, retest of structure, we are looking for the upside. If the market does go lower, that's totally fine. Look at S1, that's going to be hit with this trend line. Once this trend line is hit, we are looking to buy as much as we can because we're going to double our wallet, because the price should and absolutely will go up. So it's about time. If we do see a breakout of structure and it goes lower and it closes below structure, then you know what, we need to be careful and understand, are we going to sell it? And this is why it's very important. If we have this breakout right here, look at this cloud. It was showing us no sentiment to sell at all. And because we had no sentiment to sell at all, this trade would not have been a losing trade. And if you guys got into this trade, that's totally fine. And you lost a little money, that's totally fine. Guess why? If you got into this trade and you were trying to sell and it went against you, that's totally fine. Reasons why: you would have got into a buy position once it went back into structure, breaking this trend line. That's how you become a better trader, guys. Taking a lot of positions, guys. Make sure you take your positions and understand what it's doing and how it's going to trade. If you knew this market could have gone down, that's totally fine. Guys, it would have maybe went to S2 and you would have lost a simple trade. But remember, your risk to reward would have kicked in, because the next trade you would have got back your money and more. So that's why it's important to draw these trend lines, wait for this breakout and see where the pattern is trying to show us. So this would have been a simple loss, but a great gain in the future. And right now we're doing the same thing, waiting for the trend line to be broken before we enter a trade. Remember guys, we are still bullish on BTC, so understand the bigger picture, try to trade the bullish patterns. And also for Ecomi, we need to understand for the OMI token, still we are in this consolidation pattern, looking for the breakout, the true breakout of this beautiful symmetrical triangle formation. If you guys do like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you guys for coming out, watching this video, and just tuning in. Other than that, take it easy and John out. Peace.